Hey everybody. Alright, so I'm just going to walk through some of the symbolism that I've been using in a lot of these videos. So, this is just basically, obviously the Tree of Life. And this is sort of something I had contrived, and this is just a little poem that describes some alchemical features and components of the Tree of Life, which says, "The house of concentrated beauty is where lives the sword of union and the balance of victory. Strength dominates, and he holds our flame as the hanged man feasts upon the fish of mysteries. And behold, this knowledge is the abyss. Destroy this temple, and it will be rebuilt in 3 days, for I am the head of the universe." So, if you go through the symbols, it's a way to describe your cosmology. This is just a basic Tree of Life picture, with the paths on there, Malkuth and whatnot, all that. I just drew this out. So a lot of you guys have been asking what you should be doing, what you should be using. Just draw these things out, get to know it. I bought some pencils, some Crayola, and I went and I just drew this out, and I learned how to do it. So it's very easy. So here's another little thing, very simple, very basic. This is a little talisman, or a little pantacle rather, and again, it's on an index card. You can see the lines in the index card. It's done with a pencil, some colored pencils, and I would use this. So this, I'm not going to explain all this, but it's a pantacle. Here's another one. This is actually a photocopy. The same kind of situation. It's upside down right now. So it's a pantacle, representing a magical operation that I was, the Inrai formula. I'll give you a little bit of hint. Inrai, right? You guys can read Hebrew. The Hebrew signs. Some alchemical business. Mercury. The Tetragrammaton, the Azoth. Some other stuff. Lamed. Another name down here, a holy name, Daniel. Just a pantacle. Now these are the pantacles of Solomon from the Grimoire, and they're just colored. This is the sun, as you can see. It's a little fuzzy because it's not a very good camera that I'm using, but you just draw these on there. These are just pantacles. Again, Mercury as it's orange. Saturn. Here's a couple I had for Saturn. I made some big ones at one point. These are a little bit nicer. These. Here's a smaller one for Saturn right here. It's a little older. It's discolored. It's been used a lot. The rest of them. Green, Venus, blue, Jupiter. We all know these things. The moon, purple, Mars, another one for Saturn. Saturn's very important. The most important things to learn at this point, to get to deal with, are Saturn, the moon, the sun, Venus. This was this is Oribus, one of the Goetia demons. Orobus, his sigil, and this is just a prayer. That I wrote down. I tried to write it in some nice script. So wrote out a nice version of the prayer. Guess I'll read the prayer. I am Osiris Ani, and I am at your command. I am Kefra, and there's the Kefra, the beetle. I will rot, and with decay I shall have life. I shall live, I shall live, I shall flourish, I shall flourish. I shall awake in peace, my eyes shall open, my true face shall appear, my ear that receive your name. I will walk with unto you, I will show smite to the earth. Spirit, let me rise as did Osiris. Let me rise from this death. Make me in the company of God. Make me safe from the murder of my father. I have tried together with the two earths. Spirit, let me rise, as did Osiris. I call to those name whose is everlastingness. Let me rise, as did Osiris. Let me rise. So, this is straight from the Book of the Dead. Here's another prayer I wrote, or I drew up on a little piece of paper. I am the serpent Seta, whose years are infinite. I lie down dead. I am born daily. I am the serpent Se'enta, who dwelleth in the uttermost parts of the earth. I am death. I lie down in death, and I am reborn. I am the Daemon Queen that shall bind death and light. I am born each day, so shall I be born in everlastingness. I will become unto him. I will be rendered my youth each aeon into the kingdom of heaven. His everlastingness shall drip from my lips. Come unto me, come unto my mortality, and kiss me. So, you guys got to get into it and be artistic about it. This is just, the table, the Enochian tablet. This has obviously been used a great deal. It's colored and it's been used a great deal. So, get to know these things. I mean, these are how we operate as magicians. This is just a replica copy that I was using to kind of scratch things out on. So, again, I mean, these are the tools that show us the magical operations. Here's another one, the Enochian tablets. These are all things that I've used and drew up myself. So this is not in color. This is just a little one, a preparation tablet that I was using. Again, another one, smaller version on a piece of graph paper. Just get some graph paper, copy the tablet. There's some scribblings in there, some directions that I was interested in following at the time. This is something that I'm going to get to at a later time. This is a very enigmatic operation. This is the system of magic that I've been developing, and again, this is something that I'm going to get into at a later time. If you guys are interested in something like this, you can contact me on a private message. I'll be more than happy to explain it, but for now, I think it's more important that the basic operations. This also, I've many times put this in some videos. This is just a basic magic sheet of a magical operation. I start from the right. This is the IAO formula, or the sign of the cross, the magical pentagram, or the banishing ritual pentagram, and the casting of the circle. You go down, Peroketh. This is just the releasing of the veil, or the veil, walking through the veil, the LVX formula. The pentagram, the spirit formula. This is just some Greek that I wrote that was a little sort of a little creed. And then we come down, the LVX formula again. We have the opening of the veil, the rendering of the veil. We have the Enochian. I'm going to get into another video with all of these a little bit more explicit. And then we run through, and then we run through the formula. So, and this stuff, it's most important to just sketch these things out. This is another one, a little bit more basic. IAO, Peroketh, the formula for Lux and Nox, and then the pentagrams, with the arrows pointing in the direction of the energy, the Yeshua formula, and then, the incantation, and then, again, the banishing ritual. So, I'm going to get into this a little bit later with those papers, and then we come to the enigmatic lamb, the lamb formula. This was another video, but I have to show lamb again. Lamb. Corn zone lamb. This little entity, this is the beast.